Hello and welcome everybody to the 6th episode of the Let's Play series. Now before I get started for what I have planned for this episode, I would just like to give a massive thank you for all of the support and the comments on my last video. It means a lot and I'll make sure to keep putting out more videos for you guys. Now what I want to do in this episode is create a nether hub on top of the nether. That'll make traveling between places so much faster and easier, but it'll require a lot of work. And it seems I don't have any obsidian anywhere. So it seems to start off this episode, I'm gonna have to go out on an adventure looking for some obsidian. I believe if I come down right into here and then swim to the bottom, I believe there's a opening into a cave somewhere. Looks like it might be right here. Yeah, it's right here. Now I just need to find a pit of lava. Ooh, look at that, some diamonds. So I found this lava pool and now I can go ahead and get myself some obsidian. And just like that, I got myself a stack of obsidian. Now that I'm back home, there is another thing that I want to do, and I actually want to go ahead and find the stronghold. That way I can make myself a portal there and I can connect my nether hub to the end portal. Because before I said I wanted to make my base over there, I would actually prefer to make my base wherever the end portal is. I think that would be pretty cool, and that way I don't have to go through the nether or do any super long adventures just to get to the end. So now it's time to use this first ender eye. It looks like it's in this direction. I have hit the ocean. I think it's time for me to throw another one. Ooh, it's still in this direction it seems. It seems I'm about to hit land now, and I think that would be the perfect time to throw another eye. Ooh, it's going in this direction now. Now again from on top of this tree. Oh, it's going this way now. Now from this tree. It went downwards. So now the stronghold must be somewhere down here. This actually isn't that far away from my house. It's actually closer to my house than the trade center and the iron farm. It's actually in between, kind of. I'm not too sure how low these things are. Oh, there we go. There we go. We're inside the stronghold. Oh, is that it right there? I just turned the corner and it's right here. Here we go. And look at that. It's the end portal. Here is the library. We'll go ahead and see what this chest has to offer. Ooh, an eye armor smithing template. And then if I come up here, there's another chest right over here with another eye armor trim. Now, I'm not gonna go to the end in this episode. That is for a different episode. But since I do want to build my ultimate mega base around this thing, what I'll do is link up another portal. So I'll place myself another portal right here. Now I'll light it and see where it takes me. Okay, I wonder how close this is to my other portal. But now what I need to do is go as high as I can to the roof of the nether. Oh, look at that, obsidian. It's bedrock. Now I need to find a spot where my Y coordinate will be 125. Oh, and here it is. I'm right here. So these two blocks will work. And now I should actually probably go down and break that other portal that I have before I go and place one on top of the nether. There we go. Now if I just go back up to the bedrock, what I need to do is make myself some ladders, and I can place them just like this. Ooh, you know, I only came with one ender pearl. I hope this works. So now I believe I just go like this and then pearl. And there we go. This is the roof of the nether. Now all I need to do is place another portal right on top of here, and this should bring me back to the end portal. And just like that, I'm back at the end portal. Now I need to head back to my house where I can go into the nether and do the same thing I just did. Now that I am home, I can go into the nether, and now I have to get as high as I can. Now here we are at bedrock once again. Now I just need to find a spot that works, and I believe this spot right here does the trick. Yes, it does. Now I can go ahead and place some more ladders and ender pearl to the top of the nether. And there we go. We are on top of the nether once again. So it seems I have made a mistake. I forgot to bring obsidian. but that shouldn't matter too much since I do have the coordinates of the other portal that I placed by the end portal. It should be off in this direction over here. Yep, there it is. It's actually super close. That's the piece of netherrack that I just placed right over there, and this is where the end portal is, and that is the power of the nether. And here I am once again, and now that I am back home, I can grab myself my obsidian, go back to the nether, and create this portal. Here we are on top of the nether once again. It almost didn't work because I had placed this netherrack here, so that almost messed things up, but now I can place another portal right here, and now I can go back home. And here we are, although I am curious because I did forget to break my portal that was at the bottom of the nether. So let me see where this takes me. Oh, yep, it brought me down here. I need to break this and then teleport back to my house from up there. Now when I go back through it, it should bring me back to the top of the nether. Yep, it works perfectly now. But now what I need to do is actually break the bedrock that I teleported through to get to the top of the nether so that I can go below the roof and on top of the roof whenever I feel like it. And for that, I will need some pretty interesting blocks. So to break the bedrock, these are the materials that I will need. I have some levers, some TNT, some oak trapdoors, some pistons, and some obsidian. Now I need to go and set this all up. So I believe this is the setup that I'll need. I have 2 TNT right here, a lever right here connected to this obsidian. Right here underneath this piston is the bedrock piece that I'm trying to break. So basically what I need to do is hit that lever, come under this trapdoor like this, and then while this piston is extended, I need to crouch here and try to place another piston right along the edge of this piece of obsidian right here. So that's the plan. By the way, I also broke this nether portal temporarily just because it's loud and annoying. I don't have very much TNT, so I don't have very many shots at this, so I'm hoping I can get it within these first 4 attempts. So here goes the first one. I'll hit the lever, go under the trap door, and I just need to place it right there. I wonder if that did it. Oh, there we go! I actually did it on the first try. And just like that, I can now freely enter the roof of the nether from below the roof. So now what I want to do is to link up my iron farm and my villager trade center up above the nether as well. So I'm here at my iron farm, and now all I need to do is place myself another portal just like this, and there we have it, the portal at my iron farm. Now I'm not going to go through this yet, but now what I need to do is actually go over to my villager trade center and go through that portal. So now I'm here at my villager trade center and the villager trade center portal, and now I can go on and head into the nether from here, and I can break this portal, and now I can go over to the ladder that I built before that goes up to the roof of the nether at my house. And once I am back here on top of the nether, I can use the coordinates from both of those locations, divide them by 8, and that is where I place the portal for those locations. So using the coordinates to the iron farm, I should just have to build the portal right here, which is actually super close to that. Now it's time to see if this works. Well, this is definitely not my iron farm. Let me just go ahead and break this real quick. I ended up making the mistake and I calculated the coordinates for the portal as if the last coordinate was a positive number, but it was actually a negative number. But luckily it seems that my base is right over there, and it shouldn't take too long to correct this mistake. Yeah, I mean, I figured it was probably wrong anyway, because it should be a lot closer to the portal for the end portal. So I'll go ahead and take this one down and find the correct spot for this portal to go. So this right here is where this portal is supposed to go. That portal right there is actually the portal for the end portal, and the portal for my house is actually off in that direction. And now that this portal is all built once again, it's time to see whether this works. And there we go, we're at the iron farm, and the portal works perfectly. Now I just need to do the same thing for the portal that goes to my villager trade center. And now I'm at the required coordinates for me to place the portal that goes to the villager trade center. You can see that the iron farm is right over there, and just beyond it should be the end portal. Now if I go ahead and go through this portal, it should bring me back to the Villager Trade Center. And there we go, all of my portals are linked up, and now traveling through the Nether should be super quick and easy. So now that I finished linking up all those portals, that is a huge step completed in the process of making a Nether hub. But now it's time to actually design this thing and build it. But in order to do that, I would like to get some ice so that I can travel using boats, making things way quicker. So with that goal in mind, I think it's time for me to go out on an adventure and see if I can find myself a biome that has ice. Oh wait, actually I just remembered. The mountain that I fought the Wither at, there was actually a nearby mountain that had ice all on top of it. So I can head over there and grab some ice for this Nether hub. Do you all recognize this place? Yeah, so if I come over here, you can see that on this mountain right over there, there is a mountain that is covered in ice. This is quite the hike, but I have finally made it up to the ice. Whoa, look at this. There is more ice over there and there's a huge mountain over there. It looks like there's another village over there, but I'll go ahead and leave those guys alone, and now it's time to collect some ice. So after mining a bunch of this ice, I have acquired myself 10 stacks of blue ice. And if you don't know, 1 blue ice costs 9 packed ice, which is what all of this stuff is. Which means that in order to craft myself 10 stacks of blue ice, I needed to mine 90 stacks of compact ice. So yeah, I may have gotten a little carried away, but I should have enough blue ice to last me for quite some time. But now that I've got this ice, it's time to collect all of the other resources that I'll need. Oh boy, look at these guys. They just came up out of nowhere. Actually, thinking about this now, this is where I had the Wither fight and there was a pillager that came out of nowhere. So maybe, I mean, I don't think these guys would have stayed that long, would they have? I don't know. But I did get myself a bad omen bottle. So the next resource that I have to gather is kind of an interesting one. Because the thing is, I want to build this Nether hub using copper. Except I want to be building it and keeping it in this orange state. And that means that I'm going to need to wax all of the copper that I place. So if I want to wax all of those blocks, that means that I'm going to have to get honeycombs. Meaning this next task that I have to do is to make a bee farm. So this means I have to go out and venture throughout my world to see if I can find any beehives, as well as collecting lots of flowers. I actually think there are a few beehives over by the Villager Trade Center that showed up when I was planting a bunch of trees, so I'm actually gonna go there. So I just got to the Villager Trade Center, and if I recall correctly, I believe there was a bee nest somewhere around here. I see the bee. Oh, and here it is, the beehive. What I want to do is collect a bunch of these beehives and put them all in one area so then I can breed up a bunch of bees. And that way I can fill up a bunch of bees nests with bees, and then I can use those nests to create the farm. But for right now, what I want to do is I'll place a campfire underneath that, and then I'll shear it. And there we go, I've got my first honeycombs. But I think while they're still in there, they haven't really gotten out. I'll go ahead and mine this with my pickaxe with Silk Touch, and now I have a bee nest. Now I need to go and look for other bees nests in the area. Ooh, look at that, I found another one. Oh, and there's another one right next to it. Since it is daytime and all of the bees are leaving their nests, I think I'll just take this time to scout the area to find where all the nests are at, but then I'll actually go and mine them once it's nighttime. And here is another one. So that's 4 right now. This hive down here will make 5. It seems I could only find 5, but that's still a good amount. I suppose what I'll do in the meantime is harvest the honeycombs from all of these beehives. Now I just need to wait for night to come so they will all go back into their hives, and then I can mine them. Now that the sun is going down, I believe these bees should probably be heading back into their nests. It doesn't look like there's any bees around here, so I'll go ahead and mine this one. This guy is just sitting out here. I don't know what he's doing. So it's not like he can't go to it. Maybe he doesn't have a home. So will he go into this? Maybe if I mine this, he'll go in there. Oh yeah, he did. Now I can mine this one. And now I've got him as well. Now for the other 2. Now onto this one, and there's another bee stuck on the other side of this tree. But again, he's not going in it. That's strange. Maybe if I place this beehive again, he'll go into this one, but only once I mine this. Yep, he went in there. Now for the last one. Here it is. It doesn't look like there's any other stragglers sitting outside the hive, so I'll go ahead and mine this one. And there we go, we got all 5 of these bee nests as well as this extra beehive. So what I'll do is out here in this little field right here, I'll build a little like hut for these guys, and it'll basically be the room where I breed them up and stock up on more bees. So this is the little room that I made for them. It's nothing crazy, it's kind of just temporary, but you can see it's got the flowers in there so they can get the pollen and fill up the beehives with honey. It looks like there's some evil dudes out there. I'll take care of them. But for now, what I'll do is go ahead and place these beehives. And just like that, we have a bunch of bees in here. I'll actually go and breed them up right now. And there we go, we've got a few baby bees flying around now. So after working on this stuff for a while, you can see I added another layer of beehives up here and I bred these guys a bunch. So these ones are pretty full. I'm not sure if they are completely full though. And if you come over here, you can see that I did some mining for copper while I was waiting, just because I will be needing a lot of copper for this build, just making use of my time. But based off of the current outputs of this little bee farm going, I don't know if I will need to make the automatic bee farm yet. So what I'll actually do is go ahead and create the outline for the nether hub that I want to build, just so that I can get an idea of how many resources I actually need. So this is my idea of where I want the paths to go, but I do imagine that in the future I will be adding more locations to this. The main blocks that I want to use for this build are quartz, blue ice, copper, and shroom lights. So I'll go ahead and grab all of the copper and shroom lights that I have. It doesn't look like I have very much. I do need a lot of smooth quartz blocks, so that's why I'm smelting the regular quartz blocks. But I'll definitely have to go and gather a lot of these resources. So with these quartz, I actually want to turn them into slabs and then put them all along the edges of this blue ice. But yeah, so I obviously don't have very much quartz at all, so that is why I think I need to go ahead and do another resource mining session. So after lots of resource gathering, these are the materials that I was able to acquire. I don't think this will be enough yet, but I think by placing all these right now, it'll give me a good idea of how much resource gathering I still have to do. So I'll go ahead and place everything where it's supposed to be. So after placing all of the blocks, this is how much I was able to place in. I mean, I still have a lot in my inventory, but I need a lot more quartz and a lot more copper to finish this. So we'll have to go ahead and gather up those resources. So after lots of resource gathering, I have acquired all of these materials. Mining the quartz and the copper took a long time, but now I have them and they're all ready to be placed. Although this still might not be enough quartz. Now it's time to go ahead and continue this build. So just for a quick update, this is what I have so far. I've started this portal room, although I still need a lot more materials to finish it. These tunnels still need a lot of work because it's kind of looking nice over here, but the further I go back over here, I have a lot of missing blocks. I ended up running out of these shroom lights, and I'm also running super low on quartz, which is rough because quartz is so annoying to have to mine. I really don't know why I chose such an expensive block to base these tunnels off of. I'm doing alright with copper. I think I should have enough. If not, it shouldn't take too long to get the rest of the copper I need. But yeah, so far I've only started this one. I still have 3 other portal rooms to do, so I still need quite a lot of quartz. So I'll go ahead and go and mine some more of that. So I just finished gathering up some more resources, and now it's time to go ahead and place all of these. So just a quick update, this is how the portal rooms are looking right now. I changed this from quartz to blackstone, but then I figured there's too much contrast between the black and the white, and it wasn't very easy on the eyes, so I changed it to tough, which I think looks a lot nicer. And it's fun to get experience using these new blocks that were just added. But now pretty much all I need to do is work on the roofs to this place. I made all of the portal rooms, but I still need to finish the tunnels. It was pretty necessary to change these blocks to something else because the quartz was getting super expensive and I was having to mine for hours just to get like a little percentage of this build done, but since I switched it, it makes this place a whole lot cheaper, and I think it adds a little bit of spice to the build. One thing I also will need to do is make it so that these mobs quit spawning here, because they keep attacking me whenever I go back and forth to these different portal rooms. Now what I'll go ahead and do is finish placing these quartz slabs along this ice here. I have just finished putting in all of these quartz slabs, and now I need to go collect some more tuff so that I can fill in these spots up here with quartz. I mean with tuff. And I believe that is enough tuff. Now I can go ahead and continue building this thing. And just like that, all of the tuff bricks have been placed. So if I come inside, you can see that the tunnels are complete. Although I still need to mob proof the ice here. But you can see if I place a boat just like this on the ice, I can go over to anywhere I want super quickly. Like if I'm trying to go to the Villager Trade Center, just like that, I'm here super quickly. Or from here, if I want to go to the iron farm, I could go here, take this left, and there it is. Or right from the iron farm to the end portal, I can do this, take a right, and boom, I'm there. But yeah, I really need to mob proof this place, so I'll go and work on that next. So to spawn proof the top of this thing, I'll place some slabs on top of every block that these guys can spawn on. And that is the entire top of this thing spawn proofed. Now all I have to do is spawn proof the inside, and we're in the clear. I did make some changes to these portal rooms in order to spawn proof the thing. So these are bottom slabs and these are stairs, because otherwise with the old floor that I had, there wasn't enough light to prevent spawning on the floor here. But now the last thing I need to do is spawn proof this ice, because you can see there's still people spawning in the tunnels. There are a few things that I could do to spawn proof the ice, but I think my favorite would be to go with rails. Since I have an iron farm, rails are super cheap for me. Since they give you 16 every time you craft a batch of them, it's also super quick to make. And just like that, I have 4 stacks, and that might actually be enough. Let me go ahead and place all of these. And there we go. Now this entire thing is spawn proofed, and we have nothing to worry about when we're going through our tunnels at super fast speeds. Man, I mean this thing took so long to make. It took a lot longer than I had expected it to. But that was mostly just because of resource gathering, like gathering all this extra copper and quartz and stuff that I needed, which are these are things that I normally never build with. Copper and quartz, I've never really built with them in survival worlds before, so I think it was cool that I was able to experiment with them and create a nice looking build. Yeah, I mean, now that this thing is complete, I can zip around wherever I want. Everything is so convenient now. There are still some things that I want to add to this eventually. Like I'm gonna need to add somewhere where I can go down into the Nether, because right now I've just been going through this ladder here. It doesn't really look nice to just have a hole here, so I think I'll create some sort of room for that. And I would also prefer to make it by the blaze farm so that I can get easy, quick access to the blaze farm whenever I feel like it. Because right now I have to travel through the Nether to get to that. Also, if you look in here, I got 53 ancient debris, and I got all of that because when I was mining quartz, I would go strip mining usually, and so I got a ton of ancient debris there that I can use if I ever want to make any more netherite tools or armor. But I mean, with this build complete, that marks the end of this episode. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and like and subscribe for more of this series. And once again, thank you all so much for all of the support on my latest videos. Anyway, that's it. Have a wonderful day.